welcome to my channel. Still going with this astrology series for the rising signs, and as the video says, this one we're up to the rising sign of Libra. Now there isn't any retrogrades this month, so yay, we don't have anything like that to be concerned with. But also, sorry, I'm jumping back and forward. If you haven't watched this before, the first 4 decks are covering the astrology and the energies that might help you to navigate this month according to your birth chart. So we're going to take a look into that, and then we're going to do the final 3 decks will be not astrology decks, but just some oracle decks to finish the reading off. And I've got them all in the description box, the information for each of the decks according to each one as they've come through in the reading. Anyway, so I think that's about it. I'm sort of jumping back and forward. But yeah, so anyway, Venus will be going retrograde in about 2-3 months, something like that. But yeah, I don't think that we will yet be feeling her pre-shadow. So that's another thing that I'll look into for you guys down the track when it comes closer. Yeah, so anyway, let's get going with this. I don't know if I think I've explained everything. Yeah, so let's have a look. Oh, we've got lunar eclipse. So we know that an eclipse happened late last year, but if you aren't already aware of it, the eclipse energies can last anywhere from 3 to 6 months on either side of the actual eclipse. And this is a lunar eclipse, so this one will be involving the full moon, not the new moon eclipse. So the full moon is about letting go of things, because the whole point of letting go of certain things is so that you can make space for the new to come in, instead of holding on to the old and holding yourself back in a way, I guess. Sorry to rattle on, but we'll see what else comes at Chiron. Okay. Well, that kind of ties in with what I was just ranting about. the idea of whatever's holding you back, clearing some of the Chiron wounds. Oh, wow. Okay, so both eclipses. Solar eclipse. This is where I said that the new moon wasn't in it. Well, yes, the new moon is now. So this seems to tie in the letting go thing, and they've come in consecutively, the letting go thing, and then a new moon. The new moon energies is bringing in what you actually want, all your ideas, goals, wishes, dreams. Venus, I mentioned Venus. There could be something to do with Venus themes that you're wanting to bring through. After all, Venus rules your sign. Venus is the ruling planet of your rising sign and Taurus. You both share Venus as your ruling planet. Mars, okay, action and activity. Mars isn't retrograde anymore either. Waxing crescent, okay. Now this is just after a new moon, see, because that's the crest coming through. If you think of it this way, the new moon's happened, happened, and then the moon cycle then moves towards the full moon from there. And if you do moon work, you'll know that new moon is where you put all your wishes and goals and hopes and things you want to bring in and manifest. The full moon's about surrendering and letting go of any hurts, upsets, or things that are holding you back. Now, and most people just think that they've got only a few days within the time frame of the moon phase, as it were, because you always hear, oh, it's blah blah new moon or full moon in this sign, and there's all the buzz around the few days about it, but then people sort of taper off and don't do anything, don't say anything more about it until the next phase comes along. But there's phases in between, and this is one of them, the waxing crescent, because you've got still a whole lot of new moon energy, but the full moon's starting to come along, and this is a few days after the new moon. After this, it moves into the first quarter phase, and that's again what these phases mean after a new moon is it's help sort of trying to what's the word for it, nudge you to recommit to any goals or dreams or wishes or plans that you put out to the universe and were hoping to bring to fruition. Just reminding you, how committed are you to those, and that maybe if you've fallen off the wagon, so to speak, if you've sort of let things go a little bit without meaning to or whatever, that you've got the chance to pick up that the moon phases are saying you've still got plenty of time to do this. And really, I personally feel that you, with the moon phases, say you've got your new moon, that you really can work on, bringing your plans, putting things into place and sort of making different moves that will bring you closer to your goals, ambitions, dreams, right up until like an hour before the actual full moon hits. And the full moon's going to hit around the 7th, depending on the 6th or 7th of this month, depending on when where you're located in geographically. But yeah, I think that it's a storyline to me, really, because it's no matter which way these came through, it's saying leave things behind that aren't working or have upset you, so you can heal some of your Chiron wounds, then recommit to any plans, goals, wishes, things you want to manifest that might have something to do with love, luxuries, that sort of thing, self-worth. See, that's a thing too, because the Taurus Venus theme is the second house is Taurus themes, and the Taurus sign is about values, money, self-worth, because values including yourself. Mars, excuse me, oh, there's my throat chakra going. That might be a thing too. Maybe you've got to voice your wishes and dreams and so forth too, even if it's just to voice it to the universe, or to put it out there, let the universe grab hold of it for you and do something with it and run with it. Mars is probably spurring you on to get active with that, because these phases are here to help you, and you can do this. See, yeah, because pretty much now, if you're watching, if you're watching this before the 6th or the 7th, then you can work on anything or put anything in place, whether it's that you wanted to do a short course or something to learn something more, or to galvanize something, or whether you have to perhaps buy some sort of equipment so that it then makes things easier for you to move forward with your hopes, wishes, dreams, or maybe you've got content you want to bring forward on in groups, or on one of the social media like this, YouTube, for instance, or other social media perhaps even. That sort of thing. If there's any sort of action steps, no matter how small they are, don't disregard them, the idea of them, because that's going to get you that one step further and then another step further towards what you're wanting to bring to manifest to fruition. Jupiter, look, see, most people consider Jupiter as the lucky planet. And from what this reading's showing me so far, this is exactly what it's trying to tell you. Expansion. Jupiter's about expansion. And if it's in the area you're wanting expansion in, then yes, it's going to be lucky. Your confidence, courage, self-belief, and luck. Yeah, exactly. The 9th house. Okay, so now we've got, because we didn't get any signs, which was interesting, except we've got Jupiter. It could also be that you might want to check where Venus, Jupiter, and Chiron and Mars are landing in your chart. 9th house for you is Gemini, I think. I was just talking about social media, and Gemini and Aquarius are the ones that like social media and electronic communication, that sort of thing, communities, that sort of, and communication in general. This says, broadening your horizons either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. Yeah, and that journey might be an actual physical journey or a metaphorical one, a spiritual one. Pluto, and see the phoenix rising. Your ability to transform, take a big leap forward and rebirth. Yeah, exactly. Wow. Okay, and 12th house. Ooh, okay, 12th house for you is Virgo. This area of your life, this area of your life that is, this is the area of your life that is overwhelming. You yield to a greater cause or power. And that's not necessarily that you're giving up or giving in any way. Perhaps you need to yield to the idea of working with these energies to bring forward what you're actually wanting, instead of perhaps fearing. Maybe you feared that it wouldn't be possible or something, but so far it's saying it is. What else? Venus. Okay, we've got Venus reiterating again. And yes, it's your ruling planet. It's come through twice. And here, Venus and Jupiter, I always seem to notice the ones on the ends. Venus and Jupiter, I think that's a connection as well. The expansion of Venus. And 9th house is Sagittarian themes. Sagittarius has Jupiter as their ruler. Where's Sag in your chart? I think it's 3rd house. Did we have Gemini come through? That's 9th house. Yeah, of course, because it's opposite. Yeah. Okay, wow. All right. Trine. Yep, good energies. If you're looking for good energies, trines and sextiles are the ones that will be your friends, so to speak. And here we've got a trine, flow. It's an easygoing energy. This is a good energy. This is, yeah, I think it's going to be a good month for you, Librans. Virgo, your 12th house, that's come through again. Okay, the alchemist. See, that's the thing as well. Piscean themes of 12th house. Spirituality. And like it said, it can have your head in the ethers or what do you call it? Not always in reality, so to speak. But the fact that Virgo is the sign that's overseeing the 12th house of Piscean themes means that you can balance it so that you're not sort of getting your head in the clouds kind of thing. There's this healthy balance, and you're Libra rising, so balance is a big deal to you. Hopefully this is making sense. Pisces, here we go again. Pisces theme, 12th house, Pisces. Did we get Neptune? I don't think we did just yet. But yeah, Virgo's covering the 12th house and Pisces, the mystic. So I think you can really use your intuition to bring about these really lucky, good changes. I mean, Pluto can be lucky because Phoenix rising, that's a pretty powerful energy with Jupiter and Venus. Third house, we've got third house again. You know, we've got the opposites of Gemini and Sag. Okay, and that says perception. Third house is communication, Gemini themes, and it's in Sag for you. So it's again this balance, this mix of, because Gemini is about local trips, early learning, siblings, cousins, neighbours, neighbourhood. Whereas the 9th house is the Jupiter expansion, the world, you know, travelling the world, that sort of thing, higher learning, college, that sort of thing, university. And your signs are balancing that out too, because you're the quintessential balancer, being Libra rising. Okay, so hopefully this is making sense to you guys. I don't know if I'm explaining it well enough. I really hope I am. Now, this deck can have reversals as well, but we'll walk through that and see what comes through, because you might not get any reversals anyway, but we'll see what happens. Oh, we've got a reversal right from the start. Mars. Okay, Mars has come through again. Now, here it says motion, and Mars is not in retrograde, so I'm thinking it's more about perhaps you putting the brakes on yourself and perhaps not believing that you have the power to bring about the changes you want. But you certainly do. It's showing that you're going to have the power in this month. Oh, I love getting these readings when they turn out like this. It's really Ascendant. There you go. That's your rising sign, another name for the rising sign, and it's upright. So see where we're going with this. So even though Mars, because it might be also that you can take action. Well, we didn't get Saturn though, because I was thinking along the lines of taking action in maybe slow increments if you're not wanting to charge forward, because perhaps Libra and Cancerians, I think they're the signs that sort of might be inclined to sort of hold back a little and be a bit sort of afraid of too much happening at once kind of thing, if that makes sense. But you can turn this around and have motion in your goals, wishes, dreams. Bring about that motion, have that power. Pallas Athena is think. Now, we don't have Mercury retrograde. That's, I think, going to be, we're going to start feeling the effects of that next month, but not this month. So Pallas Athena is an asteroid. It's saying here think, and it's in reverse. So perhaps the thinking has been the negative side that Pisces 12th house can bring, in that you can be overly worrying, overly obsessing, and maybe self-fulfilling prophecies in a way. If you're obsessively worrying about things, you know, what ifs, what if I take action and blah, blah happens. But this is telling you there's not going to be negative. You don't need to be worried about that because it's going to work out for you. You're going to be the phoenix rising and you don't need to fear that. Conjunction, upright, it's alliance. So this might be more an internalizing thing too. I'm wondering if with Mars it might be that even that you're internalizing that you haven't made progress yet, that you haven't been able to move forward. You know, we only just came out of 3 retrogrades and one of them was Mars. So everyone, no matter what sign they were, would have had some frustrations with not being able to move forward with things. That doesn't mean it can't happen. You can definitely turn that one around and make it work in your favour. Absolutely. Because you've got Jupiter on your side, Venus on your side, Pluto's even on your side. Yeah. Now, conjunctions are when, there's not a card that's showing the actual, wait a second. Oh, I'll get one from here. The conjunction literally means any planets, including the sun and moon, they're classed as planets in a chart as well. A conjunction just means if they're in the same section, the same house of a chart in any area, 2 or more planets is considered a conjunction. And with a conjunction as well, 3 or more planets is considered a stellium, which means that sign will be quite prominent, covering those planets that are within that house section, if that makes sense. What's this other one? Transits. Okay, climate. Transits is also in reverse. So, and transits are literally about all the planets and their movements, because our birth chart is like taking a photo of the exact time and date we were born. So it's like any photo, really. It's a snapshot in time. But then things continue after that. We don't stay frozen in that photo. That's just a photo, and we get along with our lives. The same with the planets, including the sun and moon. So you'll say the moon is in Leo, or the sun is in Virgo, or whatever. Or the sun is in Sagittarius. They're all transits, and the transits that are happening can affect whatever parts of your chart. They activate certain parts of your chart, and this, I'm wondering if you haven't. Yeah, I'm thinking that perhaps you haven't been open. How do I put it? No, maybe you haven't been taking advantage of those transit energies that have happened for you. Because say the sun was in Sagittarius. Now then that would be 3rd house for you. Obviously sun's not in Sagittarius now, but what I'm trying to explain is that would be your 3rd house that it's activating, and your 3rd house is Gemini themes, and Sagittarius rules 3rd house. So there'd be a big emphasis on 3rd house themes with Sagittarius. How would I put it another way? Say the moon was in, I don't know, Cancer. That would be your 10th house. And then, so if the moon was transiting your 10th house, if it was in Cancer, That's your 10th house. So then that house would be activated for you, which is about career and all that sort of thing. I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm trying to, but hopefully it's making sense. So that's in a nutshell, that's what a transit will do, because your whatever's in that specific house will be activated by the different activities of the moving planets and sun and moon being included in that as well. So I think perhaps you haven't, for some reason, perhaps you've had fears holding you back. We all have Chiron wounds to clear, with things that have been holding us back from things that want to come forward and bring about what we're actually wanting. There's a lot of good waiting to come through for you. Look, you've got it. It's like a story. So I think, again, it seems to be the thing. I think, again, be receptive to your own needs and wishes and goals and plans, because you've got Sag and Gemini, so there's communication, Jupiter and Venus, and Venus, like I said, it's the ruling planet for you guys, as well as Gemini, not Gemini, Taurus. I was looking at Gemini themes, 3rd house, Sag. So I think if you have been allowing fears to overtake and obsessing on them, it's time to try and clear what you can, because you've got the energies from 3 to 6 months ago with that you can use to clear things, especially coming towards the full moon. Because see, you've got this now, depending on how quick I upload this, and you can see this before the full moon, and then you can use the full moon when it comes, the energies of it, which will still probably have some tendrils from that will give you that bit more power to work on some Chiron wounds, to clear the way and get your focus going on what you're after, what you want to manifest. Because look at the energies here. They want you to manifest. You just got to sort of, clear some of the worries with the full moon energy, because that's what it's there for. The release what doesn't work for us, release what is holding us back, so that it can open the way. I think I'm a broken record, but anyway, what I wanted to say is these guys can turn upright for you, which is and that one as well, and that one as well. So by doing that work, even if you don't particularly, even if you're not interested in doing moon work per se, just at least have the idea of working on some of the fears, letting go of some of the things that are holding you back, because then you can put your focus on what you want to bring forward, what you want to manifest in your life. I think it's going to be a good month for you, because look, that's right in the middle too, Phoenix rising. You can be the Phoenix rising, and you don't have to fear that, because you've got a trine. Like I said, the easy energy. You don't have any, and even a conjunction isn't a bad connection, a bad aspect. They're called aspects. Because you'd be, the difficult ones, well, I say bad, nothing's really bad, it's just that some things are more challenging to deal with, such as oppositions and squares, but you don't have either of those coming through, see? So I think you've got to trust in yourself and the perception thing. I think change your perception to trust in your own abilities, be the mystic and the alchemist, and you'll bring forth what you want. I think this is going to be a good month for you guys, Libra rising. Okay, so what is what numerology can the Libra risers have to help them through the month of March? Okay. Anything I've missed? So we've focused on Venus, and I think that the Mars is reiterating taking that bit of action to move forward. Even if it's one step, even is still still one step that's completed, I guess you could put it that way. It's like I was saying earlier, one step is still a step forward in the right direction for you in whatever you feel. Okay, this one. Synchronicity. 87. Well, 8 is about money and stability. 7 is the mind and creativity, and both of them come to a 6, which is temporary opportunity. But I always say with temporary opportunity, doesn't mean it'll never be available again. It just means it is temporary right now. And I think it's more meaning temporary opportunity in so far as this month is what you're needing to work on, so that then the following consecutive months you'll be moving forward, because you'll be out of this the reversal energy and you'll be moving forward. So you can synchronize things in your life, Venus, Mars and Jupiter, and be the Phoenix, and Pluto being the Phoenix rising. Is there any other numerology for the Libra risers? I haven't really concentrated. I was just sort of kept looking at the reading to see if I've missed anything. I don't think I have. Okay, one last shuffle and we'll see if anything comes through. I think that we're leaving it here with the numerology, because I just think it's definitely all about synchronicity, because it's sort of one then moves into another kind of thing, and they're all sort of synchronizing together in a nice little pot of a very delicious stew, if you want to put it that way. I think open up to it, because a lot of good energy wants to come your way. You just need to work on clearing anything that's holding you back. Whoops, okay. And the fact that the lunar eclipse, well, Chiron's right in the middle of both of them. Sorry, my chair's a bit squeaky. But yeah, Chiron's right in the middle of the solar and the lunar eclipse. So there's definitely healing taking place. And once you've dealt with some of that healing, it's going to be, you're going to feel a lot freer. You'll feel like that phoenix. And look, this guy here, there he is, jumping, or the person. Obviously, I don't know, can you see it that far away? I'll show you up close if it doesn't get fuzzy. See how they're free? You can be that. You can take lead in your own life and be free. Free yourself of the negative reversals. Turn them around. Ooh, turn them like that one did. Is there any others? Yeah, see, again, synchronicity. What was I saying? Turn it around and bang, that card turned around immediately. Synchronicity. It's in your control. It's in your power. Now, these two came first. So I feel like this is going to be an emphasis one. Okay, so, and if you don't know, this deck is set up as if the universe is speaking directly to you about abundance. So this says, do wealthy people have to spend all their money to feel wealthy? No, that's silly. They don't even have to spend a cent, do they? Oh, so you have it made. Oh, you so have it made, the universe. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be poor. That's not what it's saying. But it's saying you not to worry about having to, yeah, Venus is luxury as well. See, you don't have to buy a whole bunch of luxuries in order to bring your dreams to fruition. But you will receive luxuries from doing that bit of extra work to clear things so that you can manifest what you're wanting, what desires and hopes and dreams and wishes your goals you're wanting. Behold, a new day with rainbows, sunshine and blue skies, new players, rebounds and recoveries, abundance, health and harmony, just like you've been picturing them, right? Right? Please tell me you've been picturing them. It takes so little, the universe. Yeah, so this is, see how this was perception. I had the thought that that's why my eye kept going before when I was talking about a different house, and I then said third house Sag instead, because the perception was what my eye was also looking at. So change your perception and all of this is yours. Because it wants to be, it's sitting and waiting. It's not like it's going to decide whether it will or won't. You're the one that's deciding whether it will or won't. So change the perception and you will get what you're actually dreaming of. Yay. Now this guy jumped out. You saw it earlier. Okay. Thinking different thoughts than you have ever thought before is the only path to answers, healing, new jeans, or anything that glitters. And you know how good you look in new jeans, the universe. Right, okay. But that's also, they're quirky messages. But it's, again, the same sort of thing about thinking, your thoughts. Your thoughts will bring the reality that you're wanting. The energies are here waiting for you. So, you have the power and control over this. You can bring these things forward and be that phoenix rising. This one got stuck. Okay. So, what do the guardian angels want you Libra risers to know for March? Oh, we've got one. Any other? What do they need to know for March? Oh, okay. Here we go again. Is that it? Okay, one more. All right. Okay. These ones came through here. All right. So we've got, I'm sorry I knocked everything out of the way. Hopefully you can see it all. I don't know if it's all in camera or off camera. Might pull it up a bit. Hopefully you can see it at all. I've turned these ones around because I really, and I think there's a reason this one's sitting on top of that one, even though these were in reverse, because I think you can change them all around. I know they came out reversed, but you can change that and get them all upright and working in your favour. All the energies are saying, please open up and let us give you all this wonderfulness. Okay, prayer. Dear guardian angel, help me to be flexible in my attitudes and beliefs. Help me not to fear the transient nature of life. Help me to remember the eternal, not to fear the transient nature of life, Help me to remember the eternal light which emanates from my soul and the eternal light which emanates from the heart of every living thing. Help me to remember that I am eternally guided and loved by God and all creation. Yes. I'll put it on that side because there's only one of them. I want you to see that because I think that that is really the whole focus of everything, that it's all coming together for you. And sorry about the creaky chair, but anyway, gratitude. Thank you. This is a heartfelt thanks to you from someone you recently helped in some way. I, your guardian angel, also wish to thank you for the unconditional love you emanate to the earth, humanity, and those around you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are eternally blessed. May peace, grace, and love forever guide you along your sacred path. Exactly. Yay. So you can bring yourself a measure of peace and luxury because there is expansion there. Inspiration. A wave of inspiration and a stream of beautiful ideas are about to enter your aura. It is important that you trust your intuition. Exactly, trust your intuition. We were saying that earlier. It is important that you trust your intuition at this time. Pay attention to unusual thoughts that come to your mind and do not discount your imagination. Many wonderful ideas which have served humanity were initially scoffed at or ridiculed. We, your guardian angels, will help you discover ways to apply your ideas and manifest. I was talking about manifest, and manifest manifest new realities for your life. Yeah, exactly. Phoenix rising. Everything's synchronizing in your favor. You've got this month in the bag. You really have. Okay, so next one is prayer. Dear guardian angel, help me dissolve past guilt or regret. Help me to see that all is always in perfect and divine order. Help me to let go of the fear that I project on my future. We covered that as well, didn't we? Help me to live fully within each precious moment and feel your eternal love within and around me. Help me to realize and fulfill my true potential. Thank you. And there's the purple coming through again. And then the last but not least, and look at this one, inner child. Maybe it's time for you to let your inner child out and be that phoenix rising as a result. Nurture your inner child and begin to express the awesome beauty you hold within you. We live in a world where a formula exists for everything, yet love and creativity have no formula. They do not need to be studied, simply nurtured. Regularly set aside some time to just play. Exactly. Yeah. Because it's all synchronizing as far as I can see. That just, no wonder there was only that card come through, because it really explains the whole thing. It's all, it's all connected. Sorry about the squeaky chair, or at least I'm hearing it anyway. Yeah, it's all connecting together. And yeah, I think you're going to have a really fantastic month. Yay for you. I'm really happy for you. I like when readings like this come along, where it's sort of like good energy is coming through for the sign, for the people, whoever's watching. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I think you're going to have a fantastic month, and I do wish you all the best of luck with it. Don't fear it. Don't fear things. Don't hold yourself back. Don't block the transits that want to activate the areas of your chart that want to bring all this new wonderful things. You've got easy energy and things wanting to work your way. Just just work a bit on that perception thing. Try and clear some of the difficulties away. Here we go. See? All of a sudden I'm getting choked up. So whatever's holding you back, because that was, again, see, synchronicity. I started getting choked up because of the how things have been holding you back. But you can clear that, and then nothing's holding you back anymore, and you're going to be the phoenix rising, and you're going to be like this person, flying free and happy, and everything is going to be great for you. Yay. Okay, on that note, I wish you all the best. Until next time, bye for now.